My name is Davi Davenport, and I'll be your host for the evening, and I'm also the host of Davi Davenport Live, a show that's all about love. And what I really enjoyed about Carmelita, and I appreciate about Carmelita asking me to host this event, we've done quite a few things together, but just the fact that she's a staple in the musical community and also a staple in the artistic community. When you look around the room and you see the vast array of individuals and just the powerful people that are in the room, and just that in itself says exactly who Carmelita is. I'm very excited about all the things that we're going to experience tonight. There's a story that's going to unfold that Carmelita put together, and the story was really all about you. It was her wanting you to enjoy yourself and how she selected carefully the music. You guys are geniuses. The music was incredible. Can we give them a round of applause? Carmelita, your outfit is stunning. When she puts it together, she really does. So, in a little bit, I'm going to say hi to there's a lot of wonderful people. Josh, we're looking forward to your music this evening. Moni, it's wonderful seeing you. There's so many people I can call everyone's name, so I'll wait and do that in a bit. But Josh is going to be coming up to the stage shortly. But Carmelita is going to do a couple numbers for us. Come here, darling. Can we give our host of the evening a round of applause? Are you excited, Carmelita?
I am very excited, and you know what? It's really true. As you believe, or as you conceive and believe, and so it is. And here you are.
Yes, yes.
First of all, most of you all know me personally as personal friends, and some of you for many, many years. I'm very thrilled to have the support of people like my friend. She's in the back now. Marla, you can come forward because I think everybody's inside now. She's so loyal. We've been knowing each other maybe 30 years or more. And she's my sister in Christ. Wave your hand back there, Marley. You all saw her when you walked in the door. And we have so many others helping. Angels. I have two angels here. Angel, I call her Bree Angel, and the other one Bree Angel, and that one Angel, so I can tell them apart. Angel, she came around a little while ago to help us all make some money. Hopefully you put something in the kitty, because if you're the lucky one and your ticket gets drawn, you're going to get half of whatever is in the kitty. Okay? And the other half goes to the charity. Angel, did you want to say something?
Yes, so many people have been here in the comments since I took up tickets for the raffle. And if you are, please raise your hand if you want tickets.
Okay, well, we're going to give you another opportunity too, because we're almost at the session where we're about to bring on the food. I'm sure everybody will be ready for the Ethiopian buffet. I've been bragging about it. By the way, this restaurant, the Industry Cafe and Jazz, has an A rating. And I selected this location. A couple of people that I know recommended it. And I love the ambiance, the intimacy, and for your pleasure, I put my artwork up on the wall. Many of you don't know that I'm also a fine artist. I've been painting ever since I was a little girl. And these are three-dimensional collage portraits, and I like to make my paintings come off the canvas. I was never satisfied with just painting or drawing. I wanted them to come to life. So that's why these have all been embellished with things on them, jewels or whatever. If you recognize the portrait there, Jasmine Guys are dressed and ready to go. She's got her jewels on. She's dressed with her velvet pants and boots. She's ready to go. And some of you may recognize Michael back there. I kind of gave a little history of his family along with him from his beginnings. You know, he was the seventh child born, and the number 7, that great big huge number 7 that's in the portrait, has a lot of significance. You know, not to mention that the world was according to Scripture, was created in 7 days. So anyway, there's a lot of meaning to the number 7, and that was Michael's favorite spiritual number. And then this carving here, it's kind of dark there on the wall, but I carved that many years ago. That's carved out of an oak veneer and enhanced again with the jewels, you know, signifying the spirit of this person that's walking in the woods there. And this one on the end is my mother, Juanita Zara Espinosa. Marcia Udine. She loved roses, and so Ashley took roses from her garden and embellished them in the oil paint. So that's all part of her right there. And the reason for the name of my organization, The Rose, is because of her favorite flower. And she was very proud of her patent roses. She knew all the scientific names for them. And the first year that we actually had an event, which was 1998, I gave all the mothers in the audience a rose from Mama's Rose Garden. And eventually we had a really big event. I haven't done any major ones, but I love the little small soirees. But we actually had an event, the 14th Annual Rose Variety Art Show, 2012, and it was held in the Virginia Gardens in Beverly Hills. It was the first luxury estate built in 1911. And actually Charlie Chaplin used to play there on the tennis court. And when I first started this organization, we had, and we still have as one of our members, Audrey Rutan, who is a perfect personification of Charlie Chaplin. And she was our silent master of ceremonies, but she's moved to 29 Palms, and it's a little bit hard for her to get to our events these days, but who knows? We have something else coming up that she will be a part of. We've got the CEO of Arts for Peace here, Mooney, our own, and she's planning a big event on October 16th. Yes, well, our event, that's true. And we have some of our other members involved here too. Leith is here, Ambassador Dame Leith Eaton, and she's a member of the Knights of Malta. We're very honored to have her here this evening with us, and of course our honorary board member, Congresswoman Diane Watson. She has done so much for the community. And her sidekick here, Tori. Tori, what would we do without you, Tori? Yes, and so many wonderful people. And I want to acknowledge my friend Luz Castaño and her family. She always comes out. She's also a member of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. She's been a very loyal member many, many years. And she has a beautiful family. Can you all raise your hands, all members of the Castaño family? Oh, look at them. There's a bunch of them out there. Wonderful. We thank you for your support. And from my church, St. Paul's Catholic Church, we have Gloria and Frank Vuoso sitting back there. I see them every Sunday, except when I miss Sunday, every now and then. But we're all part of the choir, and Frank is such a cornerstone of the church. And over here next to our Dane Leapton is coming up very soon is Josh Moreland. This man here has such a huge heart. I can't believe that he took out time from his busy schedule. Just came back from Canada and Jamaica. And China too. I can't keep up with all these countries. He gets around. But his audiences are up to 20,000 or more. So here you are. You have him up close and personal. How do you like that? And when you hear him, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I don't want to yak too much because I have a tendency to be long-winded. And I don't want you to take the hook. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started with what I call my personal anthem. And it's called Urin Ibiri, which means ancestral chant. The translation was given to me by a gentleman named, he was from Nigeria. His name is Jimmy Sholanke. And he gave me the Yoruba translation to my chant. I wrote that. I believe that the ancestors, we all are connected to the spirit world. And I believe that this chant was given to me through the spirit world. And it means the same thing in English, Spanish, and the Yoruba language. Basically it's saying, lead me, guide me, show me the way. And it just so happens that our choir missalettes are entitled, Lead Me, Guide Me. So I believe I'm on the right path. And somebody told me a long time ago, he was a minister, he said that I had a big job to do. And I didn't know what he was talking about. But I do believe that breast cancer, which this happens to be Breast Cancer Month, and one of the reasons why we have this event in October, is something that is preventable. Normally we'd have Dr. Sherilyn Lee here on the program. She has so many wonderful things to tell us, and now I have made her my personal health giver as well as my husband's. Congresswoman Diane also chairs her, and she can tell you she's one of the best. And wherever she is, I know she's with us right now in spirit because she's a very busy lady, and I know she's aware of this event. And normally she would be here, so I just want to tell you that she has an offer, and it's infrared thermography, which can basically detect a precancerous condition 10 years before you have the problem. I believe in prevention, preventative health care, and I'm learning so much to try to share with others. Each one teach one and pass it on. That's our motto. And so they say an ounce of prevention, right, is important. And I want to say one thing, that there is a doctor, Dr. Joel Furman, who believes that medicine should be your food, and your food should be your medicine. So I am a very strong believer in nutrition, and if I can't say anything else, to take home with you, organic, organic, organic. Yes. Okay, so now on with my chat now that I... Tori, you have something you wanted to get...
To remind the gentlemen that they have male breast cancer as well.
Yes.
Based on the study I did in communities. So remember, they need to check too.
That's true, and as a matter of fact, we had an event at the Beverly Hills Country Club, and Congresswoman Diane, you were there. And Dr. Sherilyn Lee actually had a gentleman who was a breast cancer survivor. And he was one of our special speakers that particular evening. And Louise was there too, you remember that, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
And also, men, stay away from soy, because it gives you gynecomastia. What's that? I mean, boom!
Yeah, I have seen men walking
Men
around.
get plastic.
Yes, they do. Yes. Well, anyway, I don't want to linger much longer on this because we still have a lot to do with the program and the time. So let me move on now with the chat. We're in Ibiri. Okay, I'm just going to do this with Jimmy, our percussionist here. He has invented this drum behind him. It's a 2-drum Jimmy, I call him. So it'll just be me and Jimmy on this one here. And yeah. By the way, I have a CD in the back there if anybody's interested, something that I produced. I produced original music, and normally my CD sells for $15, but today it's only $10. So hopefully you'll consider that before you leave. We also have a little trinket for you before you leave, and that's thanks to the other angel. I call you Bree Angel because I can tell the two of you apart. She provides angels flying incense, and she blesses it. It's specially prepared for you this evening. So before you leave, make sure you take a packet home with you of angels special incense. And it smells wonderful. I always keep it in my car. Oh, and by the way, we can have a drawing for the CD as well. So hang on to your ticket. Even if you don't get the 50-50, you might get my CD. Okay? All right. Okay. God. Here is your child. Lead me, guide me, show me the way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Madre, Padre, Padre de antigüedad, Madre de antigüedad, aquí está su hija. Ven conmigo. Oye, 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 oye. Por favor. Está conmigo. Thank you, thank you. My hat was a better place, I think, there. Not the best thing to dance with, but anyway, you got the idea. Okay, this is another one. And fellas, I think we'll just go with this one for me because we got to bring Josh up. But I want to thank you all for indulging us, and I hope that you all enjoying yourself. I just saw a beautiful lady named Dante walk in. Yeah, so, and Eric from Easy Way Broadcasting. Let's all give it for the Easy Way Broadcasting team. Thank you. Thank you for coming out. And Father Jim, it's amazing, that father-son team. Okay, and also we've got Tom Porter in the house.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And he also works with a very good friend of mine for many years. He wasn't able to be here in person, but Tom is representing Pasquale's Eye on the Arts television show. So let's have it for that also. Okay, just going to do a little number called Twilight World. Some of you may or may not be familiar with it. Is ready? It's Twilight World. And let me introduce our wonderful musicians. I know you've all heard me bragging about them. So one by one, here we have on the saxophone, Phil Ross. Over there we have Lloyd Major on guitar. We have our wonderful Reggie Morris on keyboard. And you know, we thank you, Reggie, for serenading us earlier. You really filled the bill. And also, I want to say one thing about Reggie. I've been knowing him for a while. I was telling somebody, it's amazing how your life comes together in little bits and pieces. I met Reggie years ago through a friend of mine. And the same thing with Lloyd. I didn't even really know that he played an instrument through a friend of mine. And you know, they all each bring the other on board. And this lovely lady here, I wish you'd step forward real quick. This beautiful lady, Sharon Benson, and I are soul sisters, okay? We've been together for many years. I was a member of the Kiwanis Club, and I went to an event, and I just was so impressed with you. Her violin was custom made. She was with the David Carradine band for many years, and also he bought her a guitar, which was autographed by Pete Seeger. And she's been on the road with groups like Candy, for those of you who know the group Candy. She's performed in big arenas, Times Square, you have it again, somebody else up close and personal here with us. And we have Two-Drum Jimmy. I like to call him Two-Drum Jimmy because he invented, this is his invention. There's two drums. You've never seen a two-headed drum, but you have now. It said the original is in the Smithsonian Museum, and he invented this. Wow. Yeah. Okay, and I meant to also introduce Retha Gray, who's sitting over, she's hiding over there. She was a co-star with Betty White. I think most of you are familiar with that name, on a TV series. What was the name of it again?
Betty White's Off Their Rockers.
That's right, Betty White's Off Their Rockers. Thank you for coming, Rita. And next to her, we have Catherine Ariel, artiste extraordinaire. And she had been doing portraits and caricatures through the evening, so you may want to visit her before you leave and get a piece of art. Okay, we'd love to support her. And also we're going to have an art auction of your pieces. She did these pieces that are on the easels, including this one here, and that's part of the evening too, is the art auction of her art.
Rita's also the host of the new segment you're going to be doing.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to be part of a television, radio.
Radio Boomers Live.
Yes, can you explain it to them what it is?
It is a radio show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. Jim and I hosted it. Carmelita is going to be doing the segment on the show.
Yeah, thank you. And how many people does it reach, Eric?
Close to 1 million.
Oh, just 1 million, that's all. Well, you know, they had invited me to do this before, and I haven't really had a chance to work it in. And, you know, most of those of you who know me know I multitask, but I'm going to have to make a niche for that. They're going to give me 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
It's up to Eric.
Yeah, well, I think that was what it was, of Carmelita's Corner. And while we're talking about it, I guess I should mention I'm now a new associate editor of Hollywood Weekly magazine, too.
Yes.
It was on the stands just recently. Eric was on the cover. Oh, he brought the issue with him. There's a picture. Yeah, okay.
Carmelita, your own copy. Carmelita's in there too.
Yes, thank you. I did the editorial, and now I'm doing an editorial on the Tavares. Some of you probably remember that group. They had a lot of hit records. 3 number one hit records, as a matter of fact.
Carmelita wrote the 5-page spread that is in 45,000 with 45,000 copies and over 500 newsstands from Orange County to Los Angeles.
Whoa.
Well, thank you so much. Now I'm going to finish my portion and bring Josh up here. I know you're all dying to hear him. We're going to do Twilight World. Here we go.
Carmelita, as your friend, I told you I'd return it this day, and I am. I'm also returning your article about your new title in the Beverly Hills Courier. She is now Miss Elegance, and I asked her to loan me these issues, and I want to show her that I'm responsible and I'm returning them.
Oh, thank you. I was able to, I'm on the Queen Mary, and I have one of our beauty pageant ladies here this evening, Jindy de Paris. I was able to walk away with the title of Miss Elegance USA International Woman of Achievement from the Woman of Achievement pageant on the Queen Mary. So that was a big honor. Oh God, I don't want to sound like a braggart here, too. Okay, here we go. Finally, the song. hearts don't need to in the twilight world. I'm out, world in a hurry. There's more love than money changing hands. Lights out, seeking out loud. Turn your back on the world outside. Night thoughts no one can share as darkness creeps through another day. Secrets thinking out loud. Darkness seems just a dream away. Broken, lonely hearts and friendly faces. They'll soon become familiar places. Before too long. Before too long. Don't be fooled by love songs and lonely hearts you live.